how you guys doing? That's right, it's me without the beard. Finally hit my goal weight of 220, even if it was for a millisecond. After a big, massive dump and piss, I hit my goal weight, so that had to go. That beard life is not for me. That is just ridiculous. So what we're going to work on today is the Foxbody. That's right, the Foxbody. What we're going to do today is we're going to install a Red Horse fuel line for the carburetor, stator shifter, but that's not really the reason I'm kind of making this video in particular. I wasn't about to put a really nice fuel line on this car and it having a nasty looking intake manifold in it. So what we're going to do today, or what I'm going to do by myself, well, I keep saying we and it's really just me. I'm going to pull the car in here, take the radiator out and replace it with the stock-ish unit that is from the Fairmont because it's leaking. So I'm not going to have a 3-core leaky radiator driving it around. I do have to register. I don't want to drive it around, shake some things down, and get rid of some oil leaks. I suspect that it has an oil leak somewhere in the back of the manifold, but at worst, I'm going to clean it up, and it involves me removing it from the car. That means distributor, that means heater hose lines, stuff like that. So I thought I'd document the process and put the shifter in, put the Red Horse carburetor line in, and document the process, and maybe bring it over to the dyno on another long form style of video. And I want to do 2 tricks to the car that might get you more horsepower without any tuning. No carburetor stuff, no fuel stuff, no fancy stuff, just stuff that we used to do back in the day to get the most out of the car when you were pretty much done with tuning. There are a couple of tips and tricks I think will be interesting, and it'll be interesting to see how much power, if any, those tricks involve. All right, guys, let's play some musical chair with cars, get the Corvette out of here, bring the notch in, and start working on it. So you might be wondering, why did I do that? Well, I want to make sure that if this notch can't get finished today, I can push it into that spot. So I didn't want to move it over. I'm working by myself, so I have to think ahead of time. So I want no one to take that spot. So I'm going to go ahead and, just in case I can't finish it today, I can back it into that spot and we should be good to go. I can't imagine me not finishing today, but I'm just not... I don't even like jinxing myself, I'll be honest with you. I'm one of these guys that's like, you know, don't say nothing stupid. I mean, I say stupid stuff all the time, but don't say anything extra stupid to potentially cause issues. Where is it? There we go. Definitely want to work inside. Get the fan in here because it is hot. It's over 90, so, you know, you guys that are up north are not experiencing this. Okay, so the radiator has to come out. So that means, well, okay, hold on. Intake manifold has to come out. So I'm going to do that first. So, boy, I was hoping I can avoid taking the distributor out, but it does not look like I'm going to. So, I'm going to be able to. So, let me take some good video so I can reference it when I reinstall everything. Probably don't need half the stuff that's on here. But I'm hoping that that oil leak is coming from the manifold. See, it's on the top of the bell housing. And if I can seal that up, that will take care of that leak. So that's the hope. But since it's out, might as well paint it black because everything else is black. And I'll probably squirt some black paint in there too on the block just so it doesn't look totally stupid. Okay, I made a small mark on the distributor. You can't really see it with the camera, but I can really see it. It's kind of like a threshold, like a V, so that I can go left, right, and see how far the inverse V or N are against each other. And the distributor is facing this water neck, so when you put it in, remember, you're gonna have to kind of like spin it. So I gotta make sure this guy is dead nuts right up against that guy. Interesting development, pulled the MST distributor out, and there has been a huge debate online about this particular subject matter. Bronze gears versus steel gears. Now, I'm not a fan of bronze gears for obvious reasons. Now, there is a compatibility question when it comes to that. But the fact that this guy's this chewed up, like there's no way this is supposed to be like that. Right? Like you guys both know, no, it has to be like a really nice, it looks like there used to be normal teeth there. Now, let me zoom in. Now they look like they've been chewed up, and the fact that they're super duper sharp tells me that it's being worn improperly. So this is something that I'm going to have to remedy eventually and fix. So I prefer steel gear, but depending on the camshaft, which I don't know what's in there, it could, I don't want, one of the gears is going to get chewed up, and I want to make sure I make the right choice. So I'll talk to some people, do some research on that, but the thing is, I don't know the cam situation. I'm sure it's a regular style camshaft, nothing fancy. And why would anyone go with a bronze one? Maybe because of dissimilar metals, and if anything's going to take the brunt of any wear, it would be this one, I guess. But the fact that it's this worn is super concerning. But again, that's the things you find when you buy something like this. Made good power, but I want to make sure that this is going to be okay in the long run. Always make sure to put a rag in there because you will have a bad time if you don't. Why are there two temp sensors? No idea. Funny thing about Foxbodies is you can use millwright wrenches with your Foxbody stuff. It's eerily familiar to use millwright stuff. 1 1/8. Got extensions for extensions for extensions. Right, baby. Hell no. I know. Why don't you want to take the carburetor off, Alex? I have my fucking reasons. Don't judge me, okay? I have my reasons. There you go. I'll just do that one by hand because the rest is coming out pretty damn good. Yeah, by hand it is. We all know about this water neck situation. It's like the elephant. It's like the elephant in the room. Like we all know about it. You just don't want to even mention this motherfucker. Okay, bolts are out, distributor's out, water neck is gonna stay. I took the pussy way out and I undid this hose so that theoretically everything can go whoop up and out. The reason I'm doing that is because I don't have carburetor gaskets here. So I'm gonna clean the manifold as best I could, covering the carburetor, try to paint it, mask it, try not to get overspray on it. I know it's going to be difficult, but that eventually is going to get bought into a black piece or painted black one day. I got to install the line, so I got to take that off anyway. So I said, let me just keep everything as one unit and see if I can do it all in one shot. It might fail. I might have overspray everywhere, but I'll show you the results. If it's a shit show, it'll make for good content. Why the hell not? Come on, 15th nitrous solenoid. Holy crap! Sheesh. My God. Okay, so there you go. This Victor Jr., I'm going to clean it up, try to get it looking decent, paint it black, take the nitrous solenoid lines off of it, put the new line in it, put it back in the car. Let's see what's going on in here. See if there's any telltale signs of badassery. Stock heads. I mean, you know, stock. What do you call it? Oh, hey! What the hell? Ah, man, I'm now super curious. And I think the leak was coming from back here. I hope the oil leak was coming from back here, because they actually used, they used RTV. They did it the right way. Yeah, so I'm gonna clean all this up. It has some kind of aftermarket, obviously. I forget what these are called. There's a name. It's just, you know, eluding me right now. Something style lifters where they're tied together, basically. Pretty badass stuff. I mean, the stuff is it's not garbage. I just would love to know what's in it. I'd love to know what fucking block, and I'd love to know everything about this thing. This looks like a regular ass Ford block, nothing fancy. Thank God it's not cracked down the middle. Not yet, anyway. This is the non-sexy part, so I will not waste your time with a time lapse on this guy. I'm just gonna get to work and show you the finished results. That's what it looked like before. Okay, now it looks like this. These are like little divots. Like, I thought these were raised areas. It looks like it just discolored the metal a little bit, but there's a little adhesive there, but it looks like they're down instead of raised surfaces. So I got most of the glue off of it. Again, here they probably didn't do a great job of sealing it previously, so I might kind of run some sealant there with my finger, especially around all the ports. Lay the gasket on there around all the areas of concern, and make sure there's just a better seal. So, I mean, maybe you don't have to do that, but I'm one of those cycles that does do that. So yeah, looking pretty good. I'm gonna work on the manifold now. I sprayed it down with some degreaser, and I'm gonna flip it. Probably gonna have fuel all over the place and get high as fuck. We'll see how that goes. Alright, it's already an improvement. Okay, now comes the fun part where I have to get on the ground, sit my ass down, and hammer away at this guy. I'm gonna have fuel everywhere. I'm gonna do a whole bunch of stuff. So I'll try to document as much as I can by using the regular camera, and I'll speed it up in the software so it looks like time lapse, but you'll actually hear the sounds and the fan going off in the background the whole time. You guys always complain about me not giving you no video. Well, this is why. I had no idea what heads these were, so I got me a small block Ford gasket kit. Too small. See? So I have to get something that has bigger ports. Not sure if they're designed a certain way or what, but it looks like I definitely have to get a different set of gaskets, because look. Yeah, so I definitely need something else. I got to figure out what to do about that, because I literally have no idea. So I'm going to have to do a little research, back the car out, put it back where it was, because it is not going to seal like I want it to. But in the meantime, what I'll do is I'll do as much as I can on the intake, push the car back. Dang it, I really wanted to get it done, but stuff happens. Push the car back in its parking spot, cover it up, and make sure that the gaskets that I do get actually fit, because these aren't it. So I got lucky. I was able to read the part number on the Felpro part number 1262, and I googled that, and it said it's a high performance gasket set for small block Ford with bigger than stock intake port. So that would be me. So I can't get it. It's just not gonna work. So anyway, it says 1262 in there. Just trust me, it does. So I'm gonna get my ass down there. It's on Okeechobee, which is Okeechobee Boulevard, which is about 10 miles. And guess what? I get to take little old ZR1 down there, pick up some gaskets. I hope that it'll shut there. I pushed it, and it looks like it's gonna be really close. Let me see. Oh man, it's gonna be really close. Oh, Jesus. Probably scratched the shit out of it right now. All right, let's go get me some gaskets. Probably the worst part of working on cars is chasing after parts. Anyway, Okeechobee Boulevard is, oh my God, I need gas. Okeechobee Boulevard is about, like I said, 10 miles or so. So I'm gonna head down there. Hopefully they have the gaskets. She said she had one in stock, and she put hands on it, supposedly. You know how that is. They say they have it, then you get there, oh, it's the wrong one. So I should have brought the old set, but I know what they look like, and it says Fel Pro 1262 right on the bottom. So okay, let me get my sound. Let me get some gas too. This thing is empty. I'll be honest with you guys, I was actually blown away. The Advanced Auto Parts in at Okeechobee. You know how it is. It's full of like kids and shit. No, guys knew exactly what the hell I was talking about. Bam, there it is. The exact same set that came off the car. They had one left. It was 29 bucks. So 10-minute drive. Got the right gasket. Didn't have to wait a day or two. So I can get back to work. I find it kind of funny that as a young guy, I would have dreaded doing this job because I wasn't really sure of anything. And the more experience you gain, you know, the more comfortable you are doing the work. And I think what happened with people that were just taking their sweet time getting back to me, it forced me to learn, and it forced me to get familiar with tools again and everything. And that was nice. And it kind of gives you a slightly better sense of accomplishment. But I still don't want to do the work. Like, I'm like, I gotta run, get parts. Guys, I'm doing this on my vacation. Like, I know I sound like I'm a whiny bitch, but most of you guys go to Mexico or wherever on vacation. Like, literally Mexico, Cancun. I do errands and work on the channel because I generally don't, have anyone that can, live on my schedule. So it is interesting. Like, I keep thinking to myself, man, as a 21, 22-year-old, I wouldn't want to do this because I was like, oh my God, I'm going to screw something up. And now when I work on stuff, I'm like, someone screwed this up. Like, I'm calling them out on stuff. So it's just an interesting perspective on when you work on your own stuff versus when someone else does. I get it. There's a slight sense of pride. I mean, I'm at a slightly different wavelength because I tune the vehicle, so I have to be extra tight with the mechanical work because I know that I don't want to have to go in there and scrutinize my own work after finding a vacuum leak that I just neglected or was just too lazy or whatever. So on the vehicles that I work on, I'm extra careful. I'll take days if I have to on a job that generally should take hours, but I don't care. I just don't want to do things twice. Okay, let's get back to work. Much better, much better. Now, I don't know if I should use some adhesive underneath, but I'm just going to use some just to hold the gasket in a better place. A lot of people are probably yelling, no, don't do it. But I somehow feel like I should. Something tells me I should. This is a little concerning. I don't know if that's based on previous cylinder head designs. I don't know if I should knock that off, but it ain't hurting nothing, and it's going to seal here. Interesting. What should I do? Well, I'll know if it leaks, so you guys will learn with me because you're not here to tell me what to do. So, okay, let me get the bottom cleaned up. Too much talking, not enough working. like this. It's just all good. So, this because, I just wanted to look good, that's all. This one was in 1975. I don't know, maybe 2020 something. It's not cute. Open your hood and see what it looks like. Super Dave's ride. Remember Super Dave USA? It's like police department stuff. It's like, okay, Rock USA. Doesn't look like my engine bay. It has to look like a fucking clown show. So that's more Super Duper USA. So, I get it. I get pride. I need anything else, people say later. This book's probably a little nervous, but yeah, I'm probably more mermaid than I'm used to. So, I feel like taxes. I fuck my girls. It's good time. So there's 4 here. So because I don't want to chance it, I'll just go ahead and double up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, much better. Oh, I do have anything so much black, but I'm not racist. So shit, I gotta do this. Hey, I don't use this. I'm trying to be but pores, only pores. Everything else, bone. Good to have you guys, yeah, bone. General sense. I'm not. Probably punch you like too, huh? Yeah, but that's a big thing. Well, each time I see the lines, I'm swaying with it. More than as possible. Nice. Plug it in, once it's in the car. But that's kind of what it costs one for. Obviously, the carburetor is a big, massive, ugly piece here, and purple, like purple, of all colors. Purple, wow, right? Who the fuck built this? It's got those, it's got that, hey, do it. Yeah, me? Like that. It's all this, just like it. Of course, he decides to get in the way. Okay, so it's pretty close, so it's kind of like a dance. Yeah, I think that's what it was. Let me try 1, 2, up. Oh yeah, it's in there. It's like a super tight fit. I need 2 hands for this one. Okay, just like before, remember? This guy was facing that guy. There's a little slack here, a little slack there, but just like before, it's facing the water neck. The other position was here, the other position was here, so that's where we like it to be. And looks like the marks are where they need to be. The V, the inverse V, right there, that little tiny hash. So yep, looks to be where it needs to be. I'll lock it in and get the fuel line set up, wait a little bit, get it started, listen for leaks. This bolt over here is a little suspect because it's not tightening that well. I think the cylinder head thread is jacked up. Maybe the previous owner knew it and didn't say a damn thing because that area was super juiced up. But we'll see. I'm going to put it in, get everything buttoned up, and see if there's any hissing or leaks coming out of the guy. Okay, pretty much squared away here. I'm going to put the tools away. And I mean, the chance that there's a leak is always there because I did take something apart that was probably put together 10, 15, 20 years ago. The gaskets were kind of ripped up and it just didn't look super kosher. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start it, bring it out to the parking lot so I can get actual light, like good light. This sucker's on there. You know, when you work on a car after a while, your dexterity just goes away. Just totally, there it is. Or I'm just a weak motherfucker. So I think I'm good to go. Just the throttle. Okay. Vroom, vroom. Okay, beautiful. And, all right, let's get it started. Backed into the parking spot right away. If everything looks good, I mean, I'll leave the hood up, but I'll get it back into the parking spot right away. Look under the hood, make sure there's no antifreeze or coolant or anything happening that should not be happening. And we'll see how it goes. Alrighty guys, there you have it, the finished product. Just a little black on the intake tail, and had a little bit of a fuel leak, so I had to take care of that. But generally, this is what I was going for. So slowly but surely, you're going to start seeing a lot of more black accents. You're going to see some of that stuff get blacked out. The block is going to get... I'm going to paint the block, but I'm not going to paint the block with any spray can stuff. There's this nice brush-on stuff similar to POR. It's like a coating, high temp. I think it does really well. Then we're going to do some wires, cap and rotor. It needs cap, rotor, and plugs. I took out the number 1 cylinder to check top dead center to install the distributor. Started right up, warmed it up. Just wanted to, do that before anything happen on camera. It got dark really fast out here. So let me start it up. Not that you need to hear it, but let's just finish the video with a startup, wrap it up, and that'll be not such a long form video, but you know, me painting the intake manifold on my notch on vacation, on Monday of my vacation nonetheless. Let me just do it this way. I couldn't set up the camera anyway. Where's the key? Is the key in it? Yeah, key's in it. Okay, couple pumps. Got the truck with the charge. That's my battery charger right there. 1, 2. I'm telling you, this thing starts super nice. Yes, sir. Not a bad setup, huh? 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 Look at. Alright, listen. There you go. Alright, I'm not gonna run it too long, it's late. Very nice, very nice. Let me get it out of here, bring the Corvette in, and wrap up the video. Little bonus Foxbody footage.